Hello friends, welcome to this series of videos for the explanation in the English language of the holy and inspiring Srimad Bhagavad Gita for the 15th chapter Puruṣottama Yoga, one shloka at a time. This explanation is based on Jñyāneśwari, which was written by Sant Jñyāneśwara more than 725 years ago. In the 15th chapter of the holy Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavān Śri Kriśna uses the metaphor of an inverted ashwatha tree for describing the universe. He also explains two types of beings, perishable ones and the liberated ones, and then explains the supreme divine personality in order to then achieve the liberation. In the 6th shloka of the 15th chapter, Bhagavān Śri Kriśna says, "Na tadbhāsayate sūryo, na śhaśhāṅko na pāvakaḥ, yadgatvā nivartante, taddhāma paramaṁ." Meaning, neither the sun, nor the moon, nor the fire can illuminate that supreme abode of mine. After reaching there, one does not return to this material world again. Let us understand this shloka a little bit further. In the last shloka, Bhagavān Śri Kriśna explained the characteristics of the enlightened beings who can reach his supreme abode. Now here he explains that the supreme abode of his is self-illuminated. None of the external sources can illuminate it, and neither do they need to illuminate it. Then whether it is moon or the fire or the sun, none of them have the power to illuminate his abode. Sant Jñyāneśwari talks about it as te aghavechi disane, jayate ka na dekhane, vishwa bhasat se jene, lapaleni. Meaning, whatever is visible to us due to the light from the sun, moon or fire, and in today's world electricity, basically is equivalent to not seeing the Paramatman, the divine supreme reality. It is because when that Paramatman is hidden, when the ignorance is covering it from us, then only we can see this universe which is illuminated by one of these three light sources. In the way that once we confuse a rope with the snake, then that delusion keeps on getting stronger and stronger, and we truly believe that it is in fact a snake. Similarly, our ignorance keeps on growing over time and completely covers the Paramatma and makes it invisible to us. But the reality is that the Paramatman in itself has a majestic brilliance and provides the power of illumination even to the sun. Just as the scenery in the dream vanishes once we wake up, or just as the mirage does not appear once the sunset happens, in the same way, where there is no delusion at all at any time, that is the supreme abode of the Paramatman. Sant Jñyāneśwara further says, "Pudhati je teth gele, tena ghetichi maghauti paule, mahodadhi ka minale, srot jaise." Just as once the river flows into the ocean, it cannot and does not go back to its origin. Or just as the elephant made from salt, once put in the ocean, does not come back. Or just as once the flames from a fire flare up in the sky, do not come down again. Or just as the water thrown on the hot iron does not flow back. In the same way, once the liberated being reaches the supreme abode of the Paramatman, they do not get born again in this material world. तेवी मजसी एक वाट, जे झाले ज्ञाने चोखट, तया पुनरावृत्तीची वाट मोडली गा. Bhagwan Sri Krishna says that those who get purified with the enlightenment of non-dualism and merge into the supreme reality do not need to come back to this material world. Instead, they get liberated. Here, the question may be asked that whether the enlightened ones who have become united with the Brahman are essentially different from him or not. Here Sant Jñyāneśwara explains that they are different and also indifferent. After subtle self-examination, it will be realized that they are Brahman form themselves. And on the surface level of thinking, it seems that they are different from the Brahman. Even though the waves look different than the sea water, they are still just a form of the same water. Or jewelry is thought to be separate from gold, but in reality it is all gold. In the same way, from a theological point of view, all those enlightened beings are identical with the Brahman form, but ignorance makes them feel different. Hence, Bhagwan Sri Krishna says that such enlightened beings do not have to walk the return path when they reach his supreme abode. In the next shloka, Bhagwan Sri Krishna talks about how the living beings in this world are connected to him. But let us first recite this shloka again. न tadbhāsayate sūryo, न śhaśhāṅko न pāvakaḥ, yadgatvā न nivartante, taddhāma paramaṁ. So friends, let us meet again in the next few days to listen and to learn about the next shloka of this 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Till then, Jai Śri Krishna.